Hi guys, welcome to GemmaBeaMakes. I'm Gemma and this is my crafty channel where I talk about all the things that I've been making over the past couple of weeks. I tend to talk about knitting, spinning, crochet, quilting, any kind of crafty, fibre, yarny rabbit hole I can dive down. I have got quite a bit to show you this week. I have been on a super productive let's knit all the things kind of week. So I'm going to dive straight in. As usual, I am coming to you while my little boy James sleeps upstairs. He's got a nap time. He is 2.5 and I have an older boy, Edward, who is 7 and he's at school at the minute. So I'm coming to you from Leeds in West Yorkshire in England, where it is a very dull and dismal day today. It's very overcast. It's nice and bright, it's not too cold. It's my kind of put a jumper on weather. So I'm going to jump right in with a finished object, and it's also a finished object that you guys haven't seen yet because I cast it on and finished it since last podcast. So here it is. Here is a cowl that I've knit in my self-striping yarn that I spun for the first leg of the Tour de Fleece. So this fibre was from Hilltop Cloud, Katie from Hilltop Cloud. You got 4 different colours, and I broke mine up into 5-gram little bumps. I broke the fibre up into 5-gram pieces and I spun them in an order to make myself a self-striping yarn, and this is what I knit out of it. So the cowl is kind of my own design, although I wanted this. There's a little lace panel here, so it's a little bit of textures, a few eyelets, a few little pearl bumps and some bobbles, and this lace panel that's in the middle is actually the lace panel from Hohi Lug Telly's 3-colour cashmere shawl. There's also a 3-colour cashmere cowl as well, but I've got the shawl version. And I knew that it was just on an 8-row repeat. So yeah, so the repeat is over 8 stitches, sorry. And that fit in with how many I'd cast on. So I thought, oh, I'll have a little pinch of that and I'll pop it into this cowl, only to realise that actually the 3-colour cashmere shawl also is just eyelets and little pearl ridges. There's no bobbles, but I might as well have done Hohi's pattern. It was just something, it was easy peasy, and I just wanted to show off the stripes and just give it a little bit of interest. So I think I am quite happy with how even the stripes have happened. So although I weighed them out, I wasn't sure how they were going to go. If you get what I mean, I wasn't sure if they were actually going to be evenly striped, but I think it worked out quite well. So the lace panel in the middle is actually double, so I spun it this way, and then when I was plying it, I had to do it on 2 bobbins. So I got 2 full repeats on one bobbin and 2 full repeats on another bobbin. And then when I was putting it onto the skein winder, onto the Swift, I did it one way and then I did it the other way, so I could have that bigger. I knew I wanted to have a bigger repeat in the middle. So yeah, it's actually really, really soft. I really want to put it on over the head, but my hair is looking pretty lovely. What do you think? So curly girl, month 6. I'm bouncing. But yeah, it's really, really soft. So the fibre was a 14.5 micron merino, and it is super duper soft, and it's got some serious drape to it as well. Like you can kind of bunch it up and it moves. I'm very impressed with myself, and this will be going into the Christmas gift pile. And I think Oh, did I just shake on the camera? I think it's probably going to be for my mother-in-law, because she noticed what I was knitting the other day and went, oh, that looks lovely. Let's have a feel. And she squished it. Oh, that's lovely, Gemma. Good, it's yours. But yeah, I was really happy with how that turned out. I need to get some more of that fibre because it's really, really nice, really super soft. So yeah, that was my finished object. I have also been having a little bit of a cast on party, and I've got a few whips to show you. So in one of my homemade bags that has been dipped in coffee, oh dear, is, oh, I've actually got a half finished object, so let me just grab. I have a half finished object and a foot all ready to put in a heel. So this yarn is, I think it's called Rum Paradise. No, let's have a little look. Oh, it is Rum Paradise, and it's West Yorkshire Spinners in their sock yarn, 25% wool and 25% nylon, I think, polyamide. Yeah. And it's a lovely rainbow. I really, really enjoy that rainbow. It's quite a muted rainbow. It's lovely. And the toes are some leftovers of coop knits, socks, yeah. The pattern is my own pattern, so it's actually the toes and heels of the Slip the Rainbow pattern. But I really, really wanted to see if I could do the Slip the Rainbow pattern in a self-striping yarn. However, this yarn has only got a 4-row repeat of the stripe, and the Slip the Rainbow doesn't quite work with the 4-row repeat. It kind of pulls it all in, and the slip stitches are too tight, and all the texture changes, and it doesn't look very good. You kind of need at least 6 rows of a repeat to do the Slip the Rainbow. But that pattern is available for free on Ravelry. There'll be a link down below if you want to go have a look at the pattern. But I still enjoyed doing the socks. So I've just got a nice vanilla self-striping rainbow sock, and I've got a heel and the rest of the foot and the cuff to go. But I really enjoyed doing them. I've not sewn in my ends yet, so I've got a little gap here that I'm going to get rid of. But yes, super duper fast. I think self-striping yarn is probably one of the fastest things to knit, simply because you always want to do that little extra bit. Well, I'll just get to the end of this repeat, I'll just get to the end of this colour. I think that's why the cowl went so fast. That's why I managed to cast it on and finish it within a couple of weeks, because I was, oh, I'll just get to the end of this one. Oh, what am I going to do next? I'll do some little thing. Yeah. Super, super fast. I enjoyed doing that, and I don't feel like I've used any yarn. I mean, I obviously have, but I'm definitely going to be able to get quite a few pairs of socks out of that. At least another pair of socks. Maybe a cuff on something, or yeah, enjoyable thoroughly. Okay, oh, I'm zooming through today, aren't I? Have I been missing things out? Anyway, I've got another project to show you. So this is in one of my own homemade bags. I really enjoy this bag. It's very cool. Yes, so this, oh God, I'm all over the place. I can't quite get my mind to focus, Gemma. I think it's the pressure of, I sat down a little bit later than I normally would. I kind of put James to bed, and then I had to faff around, like putting stuff in place before I could sit down and record. And I don't think he's going to sleep for very long, so I'm just going to try and rush through. Because it's such, I really enjoy doing these podcasts, but it actually does take quite a bit to get ready and put everything together. So that's probably why it takes me so long in between podcasts, because, you know, it's effort. It's effort I enjoy doing, but it's effort. Anyway, let's talk about this. So this is the Flax Light sweater by Tin Can Knits. This is going to be a gift for Edward for Christmas, so it's the size 8 to 10. And actually I think I've knit it a little bit long, but do you know what, there's going to be lots of growing in room in this one. I'm not going to knit a jumper that's too small ever again. I've knit it in my own hand-dyed yarn, so it's a merino yarn that I picked up undyed from Yarndale last year before, and I've been alternating skeins using the helix method. I still don't know what that method's called, but I've been alternating skeins and I've managed to get a full body. So I've yeah, all the way down, full body, and I picked up for the sleeve, and I've kept in the garter ridge on the sleeve because I think it's a lovely little feature. Yeah, really enjoying it. It's got to the, I knit too long I think on the body, although when I measured it, it says that it's on track, but I just think it looks a little bit long. I did get a little lost while I was watching a film the other night, and I just went round and round and round and round and round. I'm like, ooh, should I pull back? No, never. It will grow into it. But yeah, so it should match the jumper that I've already made for James for Christmas, the same jumper. So they can have little matching jumpers. I did think the other day that I might make David one too. And I do have some blue navy yarn, but I dyed it for myself. But they'd look so cute, all three of them in the same matching jumpers that I knit for them in yarn that I dyed myself. I thought that'd be really nice, but I want it for me. It's like bordering on the selfish, but not really, because it's already mine. It's just that I'm not gifting it. Does that make it selfish? It doesn't make it selfish, it just makes it that I want it for me. But it would look really cute if I could put them all in together. But yeah, he's really tall, David. He's 6'2", and he's quite slim. But yeah, the thought of doing a fingering weight adult men's jumper, it's going to take quite a while, isn't it? Don't really want to be casting on a Christmas present in the middle of October. I'll have to have a think about it. I'll see what happens when this one's done, whether I decide that I want them, because that'd be really cute, wouldn't it? All the boys in the matching jumpers. Yeah, I'll have a think about it. But I have got quite, so I dyed 3 skeins of this one, and I've got a full one that I've not opened yet. Wound up. And although I alternated skeins on the body, I've actually just used one for the sleeve, and I'll use the other one for the other sleeve. I'm going to have lots of yarn left over, so I probably won't need this one at all. I can go back in the stash, so that's good. It's really soft. Let's pop it all back together. Okay. So, as well as the cowl and the socks and the jumper, I cast myself on the jumper that I have really been enjoying. Do you know what? I'm really enjoying the yarn. So this is kept in my bag by the Fibre Fox. This bag is massive and I love it. So I cast on a Zweig. Can you see that on there? I don't want to show you. So Zweig by Caitlin Hunter. Now I have knit this pattern before, and I loved my jumper, and then I accidentally felted it. Absolutely devastating. So, oh, excuse me, got something in my eye. Yeah, it was really devastating. I was gutted when I did it. I really liked the jumper, so I have cast myself on another one using Hey Sister Yarn Co. Drizzle and Beehive Yarns in, oh, I can't remember what it's called. Let's have a little look. Sandpiper. Okay, so they're both on 80% merino and 20% nylon, like a twisted sock. So quite a high twist yarn. and I just thought they looked absolutely beautiful together. And every single stitch that I do, I really enjoy. This is just beautiful. It's the colours that it's got in it. I wish I should have shown you when it was in a skein, but as soon as it arrived, I kicked it up and cast on. So I'll show you my progress. Let's have a little look. I'm getting all tangled. So this is how far I've got all my little stitch markers in. Where are we? Where's the front? You can see all the short rows around the back. And that goes in the back. Yes. Okay. So this is how far I've got. It's got a lovely little bit of colour work just to start with, and then it starts with a really big lace repeat. I think I'm about a third of the way through the lace, and as you can imagine, it does take a little bit of concentration, but at the same time I've put stitch markers on my repeats all the way around, and as soon as you do that, it becomes so much easier, like 90% easier. Just by putting stitch markers in, you're able to read your knitting that little bit better and see what's going. But yeah, look, all those lovely cool speckles all the way through it, and every now and again there's a really random one. There's a really bright blue one there, if you can see that, and there is a little bit of blue throughout, tiny little dots of it, and some orange and black, and the brown that matches the drizzle. It's just so lovely and golden, and it's got some serious luster to it. It's got a little bit of a shine, even though it's not got any kind of shiny fibre in it. It's not silk or anything, but it's just love it. So happy with it. And yeah, I've been working a lot on it. Well, you can't really watch a film. I need background TV to do lace knitting, so something that's comfortable, that you know that you've watched 100 times before. Mine tends to be like Buffy or Gilmore Girls, something that I've watched 100 times before. In the background, or Super Nanny, or something trash. You need trash. Hoarders. That's what you need on in the background. You don't, oh, what did I watch the other day? Oh guys, seriously, I've been on, so the reason I've got so much done recently is because I watched The Social Dilemma on Netflix. Have you guys seen it? Oh my goodness, it really makes you think about all the social media habits that we get into. It really got me right in the feels, to the point where I deleted my Facebook. So I am a scroller. Quite definitely. I enjoy social media for inspiration, for yarny things, especially Instagram. I'm usually on Instagram. I post every now and again, but I'm not an active poster. It's stuff that I find enjoyable, I pop on every now and again, finished objects and things like that. I tend to scroll a lot, and I found myself waking up in the morning, and the first thing I did was put on social media on my way to the bathroom. Like, I'd pick up my phone and put on Facebook while I went to the toilet. Oh, we don't need to do that in our house. What is this thing? We've got this phone in our hands constantly. And yeah, it just really made me think about my habits and why I pick up my phone, and what is it that I'm actually doing. And because I deleted, so I wasn't spending hours and hours and hours on my phone, but you know, I'd do a job and then I'd get sucked into the phone, and I'd look on Instagram, I'd look on Facebook. What else do I usually look at? TikTok. Oh my god, I've got addicted to TikTok. Constant watching TikTok all the time. And I do a job, and then I pick up the phone, and the next thing you know, half an hour's gone. Well, that's fine, half an hour on your phone, put your phone down, carry on doing other things. But that was happening a lot through the day, and I think since I've become aware of how much I'm on my phone and why I'm on my phone, and after deleting it, I've just kind of gone from job to job. And I still enjoy social media time. I still like to watch YouTube. YouTube's a big part of my life. I like to talk on YouTube. I like to chat on YouTube. I watch a lot of people, their blogs and their lives on YouTube. So, you know, it's a big part of my life as well. So I haven't stopped, but I've given myself certain times to do it. So bedtime, when the kids have gone to bed, usually when James has a nap, I can give myself half an hour. But since then, I've just been so actively doing things. I have cleaned out everything. I've organised all my sewing things. I've organised all these shelves that I want out of the way. I've cleaned the entire house. So yeah, I must have been just really not lazy, just sucked into, like, do you know what I mean? I want to do these things, but I didn't have the time. Well, I did have the time. I just spent the time staring at my phone. So I'm trying to actively not do that, but I've got loads done. So yeah, but watch it, guys. So Social Dilemma on Netflix. It's proper serious eye-opener. It really, really does make you think, and it's a little bit scary, especially for the kids, especially now I've got children and what they do as they're growing up. Yeah, freaked me out a little bit. Okay, I'll put all this away. But it did make me organise everything. I organised my box of whips, and at the minute, apart from the ones that I've just shown you and 2 other pair of socks that I've got on the go that I've kind of been hiding a little bit, I've got no other whips. I did have, oh, it's a little bit sad, I did have the crochet projects last MCAL. Now you guys know how much I love the mystery crochet along by the crochet project, but the last one I just couldn't finish it, and I knew I wasn't gonna finish it. I chose to do a scarf version. There was 2 different versions. I chose to do a scarf. Mine was turning out quite thin. I didn't really like the flower motifs on it. I think if I'd have taken out the flowers and just done some little grids or something, maybe I would have done it. But to finish it, I would have had to use another skein of yarn. I would have had to wound up another skein of yarn, and I just didn't want to. So I frogged it. I did like it. It would have been nice had it been finished, but I just didn't want to pick it up, and I knew I was never going to pick it up, so it's gone. I feel a bit sad about that, but it's gone. But yes, so my box of whips is now very, very tidy. Everything has its own place. I sorted out all my stitch markers and my needles and things. I need some needle storage. I think that's going to be the next thing on my list of things that I think I'm going to try and make myself one, because I have lots of material and the skills to show it. Talking of material, I've got something to show you as well. First, I'm going to show you what I've been stitching to start with, because where's it gone? Right on top. So I've been carrying on doing the English paper piecing quilt for out of all of Edward and James's baby clothes. So I made lots of big motifs and big flower blocks, and I've been slowly popping them together. I laid out all the blocks on the floor and kind of decided where I wanted to move everything around and what I needed to do to fill in all the little gaps. And actually, it's going to be, at least I thought it was going to be really, really big, but it's going to probably be about cot size. It might turn into a single bed size, depending on how much I've got left over once it's all in one block. But so it's not going to be massive, but it's going to be big enough for the boys, and Edward really wants it. He's really excited about it. But yeah, so at the minute, so it goes this one, and then it's 2, and then a big one, and 2 more, and another big one. And there's 3 of these. I haven't got them all together yet. I look up there because that's where they are. But this is the first big one. So as soon as I get another 2 all sewn together like this, they go side by side, and then I can fill in all the gaps. So it's getting there. I took out all the cardboard out of the back. So once your piece is completely surrounded, you can actually take out the cardboard piece. They just need to be in there while you're sewing it together. And now, because I was finding it quite hard to store this, But now I just fold it up, goes into a little pile, and yeah, that's something. Again, it's getting a little bit dark and I need to be able to do that in the light, so that's kind of something that I've been doing through the daytime when James has a nap. So it's definitely a daytime thing. It's getting a bit dark for it. So last time I spoke to you, I was trying to get hold of some waterproof fabric to make myself a winter coat. I'd got some birthday money from all my friends and family, and I really wanted to buy something lovely. I had a trip into Leeds and I couldn't find anything, but I went with my friend the other day to Fabworks in Dewsbury, and their store is absolutely amazing. It's like a big factory. I want to say factory warehouse then, but it's not. It's like in an old factory. It's like in an old mill. So it feels really oldie when you go inside, but it's massive inside and it's brilliant. And I got myself some really, really nice waterproof coat. So it's showerproof. It's not completely waterproof. And it feels really soft. I don't understand how it can be waterproof, but yes, a really kind of light pale grey. So for the past, I think, 3 years, I have had a green khaki coloured coat, and the fabric I gravitated towards was yet again another green khaki coloured coat. I thought, I can't do it to myself. Don't do it to yourself, Gemma. Pick something else. So I went for a grey. So a nice pale grey. And it's quite a thin material. Actually, it's not really thin. It's not plasticky, but it's really feels like, you know, like what's it called, like moleskin, when it's got that kind of tiny little fuzzy fur to it. It feels really nice. But I wanted something lovely to line it with, and I wanted a really nice warm winter coat. Well, they have a huge Liberty, yeah, they have a huge Liberty line at Fabworks, and I got myself this beautiful Libertine Lawn. I think it's it's got a name and I can't remember it. But yeah, this is like, feels like silk. It's not silk, but it feels beautiful, and it just, the grey that's kind of in these paisley leafy bits is a perfect match for this. And I was just, so I just want to thank all my friends and family, because this was quite a purchase. I think it was £13 a metre, and I needed 3 meters for the coat. This was much more reasonable, I think at about £7 a metre. I needed 4 meters of that. But also, because they're quite thin, I wanted a winter coat. I got big, giant kind of polyester wadding that I am going to interline with the lining and quilt the lining. I think that is going to be the plan. I'm going to have a little tiny play with it and see what it looks like. But the plan is to, when I cut out my lining pieces, I'm going to quilt this onto this first and use it as one piece. I think that should work. I also got a few little goodies to go with it. So I got myself a zip and all the threads to go. I'm excited to start my cast on. So my only thing stopping me starting my, did I just knock all the camera again? Sorry. The only thing that's stopping me from starting to do the coat again is that I need to retrace the whole pattern again. So when you buy, so I'm going to be doing the Kelly Anorak by Closet Case Patterns. No, they're Closet Core Patterns now. They changed their name. It's not a lined coat, but you can buy the lining as an add-on. And the last time I did that, I was sharing with my friend Kirsty, and we ended up cutting because you print it out and then we cut it all. I didn't think that I'd need to use it again. Anyway, I'm getting it all printed out. Kirsty very kindly has printed it out for me, but now I need to stick it all together, cut all around it and trace it all off. So the tracing of the pattern is actually quite a big job. It just takes some time, but it's enjoyable. I enjoy doing it. I just need to start. But again, we are getting to the era of Christmas presents and gift knitting. I really, really would like this year for my December to be spent making Christmas decorations, and I'd quite like to do a table runner for the table. I'd quite like to make a Christmas tree skirt and table mats and just do lots of quilting in Christmas fabric. And I don't want to spend the rest of December going, oh no, I didn't get everybody's presents in time. And my drawer, my gift knitting drawer at the minute is actually quite good. So what I need to do in the next couple of weeks, I've got lots of time now because I'm not scrolling on my phone anymore, is just make a list of everybody that I need to knit for or everybody that needs a gift for, and see what I've already got and see if it matches any of my lovely people. See, the thing, so as for those that you might not know, I am currently on an employment break. So I'm employed as a carer. I look after the elderly after they've had operations and surgeries, and I get them better before they go home. But when I had James, I took a break from work. So I'm still employed, but actually just on a bit of a break, and James goes back until James goes to nursery, which is next April. So I've got a few more months yet, but an employment break just is not paid, is unpaid, and we're okay. But the furlough scheme was only 80%, so we've got an 80% wage for David for the full household of 4. So money's been a little bit tight over the past couple of months. So my birthday splurges were actually really, really, yeah, I enjoyed doing that. Buying some absolutely beautiful fabric that I never would be able to get otherwise. But it also means coming up to Christmas that I'm not going to be able to, unless I make my gifts this year, people are not going to get them because I don't have the money to spend on Christmas this year. I think we might make a little pact of just something small and token-like because I just don't have it. But I do have lots of talents in the knitting and making and sewing kind of, and lots of stash, which is helpful in these times of need. This is what stashes are for, right? Surely. So yeah, by all, yeah. So I just need to make a list, I think, and see what it is that I need to do next. Maybe stop casting jumpers and making coats on for myself and start knitting for other people. Who wants to do that? No, I do. I enjoy doing that. I just need to take a step back. So all my coats, all my things, they are all the things that I have been knitting over the past couple of weeks. I've knitting and sewing, and yeah, I've been doing loads. Like I say, like not playing on my phone. Oh, do you know what I did do? I set up myself an Etsy shop because I've been saying I'll be doing it for years, absolutely years. In fact, wait 1 second. I'm going to go get these bags and I will show you. And if you'd want one, you can buy them in the Etsy shop because that's what I did. Right. Okay. Let me show you these bags. So, like I just said, I was tidying up all my sewing space because all my stash and all my like kind of sewing gear was, oh, I've got fibre on my nose. Excuse me, sorry. Oh, it's still there. No, it's a hair. It's a hair. Get it out of the way. Yeah, so I had little bits kind of stashed around. This bit hiding in the back of the kitchen cupboard. I had some shelves that were all kind of full that didn't really need to be there. I organised all my fabric stash, all my wool stash, everything was organised and lovely. But it did mean that I found all these bags that I made last year and I never did anything with, and they're absolutely brilliant. I just love this fabric so much. So it's kind of like harvest time, so there's lots of bees and the little chickens and greenhouses, and we've got pumpkins and scarecrows. What else is on there? Just this like little tiny hidden bits. I love these sunflowers and wheelbarrows, and each one is different. So we've got Scarecrow guy there. He's tiny, little bit smaller than the others, but with his pumpkin patches and his cabbages. What else we got? I'm right up here. Can you even see that? Sorry. So and we've got chicken, all the little chickens and the greenhouses. And the sunflowers and pumpkins, and last one is the little veg patch. I love this little veg patch. Little chickens in there. So guys, I set up myself an Etsy shop. The link is in the box down below. If you would like yourself a Harvest Gardener bag, let's have a little look inside. They are with an unbleached lining, and all of them have a little coordinating pocket. They've all got different pockets. Let's have a little look. That one's quite a cute one. Yeah, so they're there. Please go have a little look. I don't know if I just said, but I'd like a Christmas this year. No, that's total guilt worthy. Buy my things, we need Christmas presents. No. But yeah, I just thought, do you know what? I've got the time now. All these things that I've been saying I've been doing, and they've just been hidden in the back of a kitchen cupboard for so long. Well, for a full year, because I made them last year, last kind of autumn time, thinking, oh, these will be lovely. I'll do a show or something. I can sell them to friends. And I just never did anything with them. So yeah. Link in the description box down below. Etsy shop, GemmaBeaMakes on Etsy. There's some bags there if you want to have a little look. Okay, and that's everything. A little bit of selfless promotion there. Might start putting things in my Etsy shop. I don't have anything to put in. I've got some bags. I also found some bags that I started a long time ago. They're kind of all cut out and ready to go in a really nice lilac-y, pinky, soft pastel colours with like dream catchers and stuff. They're very pretty. I might finish those, put them in the Etsy shop. Got all these things that I might be able to do. But anyway, guys, it's been really, really nice catching up with you. Thanks for joining me and letting me show you all the things that I've been making. Leave a comment below and tell me what you've been making, because I need more inspiration. Don't forget to like and subscribe if that's your thing, and yeah, I'll see you all next time. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you all later. Bye.